welcome back to Kat's Corner. My name is Lisa and I will be your host for this week's video. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about one of my favorite grounding technique tools, and that is something called the I Spy Jar. So the reason why I love this so much is it is very beneficial for a variety of different ages and populations. This specific tool can be used to help you if you're feeling dysregulated, if you're having racing thoughts, if you're having a hard time staying present in the moment. It can really kind of help you bring yourself back and engage into the here and now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. So there are a variety of different ways to make I Spy jars. Today, I am going to make my I Spy jar with sand. A lot of times people use rice. Sometimes people use like those little foam balls. It's really just up to you and what you have available to you. So first things first, you're gonna want to get a jar or a bottle of some kind. I'm using a jar in this case. Something that either has a lid that can screw on really tight or a lid that you can easily hot glue so it doesn't come off. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is get your jar, and then you're gonna wanna collect a variety of different small items. So I have collected 10 items that I found around the house. And these things are, I have a rock, I have a quarter, I have a googly eye, I have a green triangle, a button, a paper clip, a dried flower, a thumbtack, and a purple bead and a orange bead. So that's about 10 items. So it's really up to you how many items you want to put in your jar. I always think the less items, the more challenging it is. So first things first, what you're going to do is take your jar and take your sand. In this case, I'm using sand. And you're going to want to fill your jar just a little bit. Some people use funnels, and I probably should have used a funnel because the sand just went all over the table, but that's okay. So you're gonna wanna fill your jar up, maybe a tiny bit more than that. Obviously, it depends how big your jar is, but probably about like that much. And then you're gonna drop a couple items in there to kind of start getting those items hidden. So I'm gonna drop the rock in, the button, let's do the paper clip, the googly eye, and the green triangle. And then you'll give it a little shake, kind of start getting those items hidden in there. And then you're gonna add more sand. Oh my goodness, this is so messy. So, the key is you don't wanna fill your jar up all the way because you wanna have room to kind of turn it around and kind of be able to do the whole I Spy thing. So now I filled my jar up to here, and I'm not gonna fill it any fuller than that, but I am going to put the remainder of my items in. And the next thing I'm gonna do, so all my items are in there, and I've actually already done this, but you'll wanna take a note card, something that can fit on the top of your lid, and write all of the items that you have put into your jar. So if you can see that, I have listed all of the items that I put in my jar, and I put little blank boxes next to each of them. And then I used some handy dandy scotch, or this isn't scotch tape, this is packing tape, I believe. And I just covered the whole thing like it's like laminated. And the reason I did that is because it's really fun to then screw it on there to when you are doing the I Spy game, you can take a dry erase marker, and when you find each thing, you can then check off the box. So now you have your jar, your lid has been written on and screwed on really tight. Gonna give it a shake, kind of make sure those items are all hidden in there. And then let's do a little example. So let's see, I think I'm gonna try to find the paper clip. So then you're just gonna, as you can kind of see as I'm turning, you can kind of see, oh, wait, oh, that's the flower. The paper clip, can you see it? Yeah, so then I found the paper clip. Check that off. So yeah, and then you can just go, It's easiest to kind of turn it, but you know, every which way. Oh, there's the green triangle. Oh, there's the flower. There's the green triangle again. Let's find something else. Geez, this is an advanced, oh, there we go. The orange bead. So yeah, so again, example, this can be used for a variety of different age groups. So this one might be a little bit more challenging. And like I said, the less items you have in here, the harder it's gonna be. So since this jar is somewhat big, I only put 10 items in, so it's gonna be a little bit more challenging to kind of find every item. You have to do a little bit more maneuvering, but this is a really good technique if you find yourself trying to do a homework assignment and you're just rereading and rereading and rereading because you just can't focus, your mind's racing. So this is a good thing to kind of have on your desk, and you can grab and be like, you know what, brain break. Let's do this really mindless activity and check off all the boxes. Wow, I feel present in the moment. I'm gonna return to my homework. This can also be something that's really good with like young kids, or maybe someone who's struggling to learn a certain subject, whether that be struggling to learn colors or letters or numbers or shapes. I have another I Spy jar here. It's a little bit smaller, and this one's actually plastic. So this I would use with like young kids. This has a variety of different shapes in it. So for example, I might say, oh, can you find the blue circle? And then oh, look, there's the blue circle. So again, this can be really good for that type of anyone who might be trying to learn or learn their colors. You could have shapes cut out with different colors, like can you find the blue triangle or the, you know, the red part or the red S, things like that. So I Spy jars, they're super easy to make, inexpensive. I think honestly the only thing I bought to make this was the jar itself, and I got it at the dollar store for $1. So really beneficial and something that can be used and utilized by all ages. I know I love having mine sitting on my desk, and sometimes it's just a fun little mindless activity to do to kind of get me back into the present and kind of remain, instead of having those racing thoughts, just kind of back in the present moment.